Hey, welcome back. This is Tori from Nifty Thrifties. I'm going over our numbers from July and we are gonna get into it. We had some like crazy good sales. We had some regular sales, a lot of regular sales. So we'll go over all of that. I've got everything sorted by the platform that it sold on or the consignment shop. So we are gonna just get to it. I think I have about 40, just over 40 items. So starting off here, this is a Patricia Nash tooled leather satchel bag and also a dust bag. I found the dust bag at the bins and I figured I'd just like throw it in with this purchase. But this order I actually got for myself a while back, and I had some Poshmark credits, and so for me this was only $11. Someone had it like priced way down. And I was like, I might want it for me, but I also could sell it for about $100. And so, yeah, sure enough, it did sell for just under $100 for $75 on Poshmark, which is great. It did have some wear, but that didn't really take away from that sale too much. Okay, this next sale is a pair of Nikes that Ryan owned, and they're Nike SB. They had a gum sole, that's what that is called, where it's kind of like a not white, not black, it's like kind of a brown. Anyway, you'll see in the picture. That sold for $30 on Poshmark. Nike SB does really good for us. It sells pretty well. Next sale was this Hobo International small crossbody bag. It sold for $38 with discounted shipping on Poshmark. Yes, and I maybe could have gotten more for that, but I was happy with that sale. We found that at the bins. Okay, next sale is a pair of new with tags Dickies shorts in black, and they sold for $19 with discounted shipping. These took a while to sell. We found them at the bins, and I was like, oh, these will sell really quickly because they're like new with tags, and I heard that Dickies sells quickly from somebody, and they didn't sell quickly, but they did eventually sell. Next sale is this Fossil small wallet, and it sold for $18. These Jimmy Choo sparkly heels were my favorite sale, I think, of this month, and they sold for $200. I had them priced up and someone sent me an offer. It was technically half off, but yeah, $200 was great for us. Next sale, this was so random. This was a Campbell's, it was an Andy Warhol Campbell's soup tie, and it had like some stains on it and stuff. My dad found it at the bins when he went thrifting with us, and it sold for $53 with discounted shipping, which was crazy. Yeah. Okay, so this next sale is a pair of Madewell gray jeans for men, and these were a pair that Ryan purchased on Poshmark for himself. They weren't exactly the fit he wanted, and so we sold them for $35. These Lululemon pants we found at the Salem bins, and they sold for $60 and made us a great profit. These Dansko brown boots took a while to sell, but not too horribly long. It's weird how things will sell right after I think about like, oh, I wish this would sell, and like, I want to get rid of this. Sometimes that happens, and that was the case with these. By the way, you're gonna hear our cat Smokey. He's outside of the door, and unfortunately we can't let him in because we've got clothes sprawled out everywhere, and so yeah, you might hear his meowing. He's not in pain, he's just kind of needy, so that's what you're hearing. Anyway, but these boots sold for $42 and we found them at the bins. All right, these next sale is this Anthropologie cargo pants sale. They sold for $22 pretty quickly. I've noticed for me, green cargo pants with like a jogger style especially sell so fast. Maybe not for a lot, but even in bad brands, I guess, they've sold like really quickly. This Alphalete black shirt we got at the bins, and yeah, I like tried it and it's like really, really quality. But it was a men's shirt and it like looked like a men's shirt, and I kind of was like, well, I don't really need this. And so it sold really quickly after I listed it for $22. This Nike, oh my gosh, this was also a good sale. So we found this pair of Nike pink Kyrie sneakers. Ryan found them at the bins and cleaned them up. They were still in rough condition. And like we replaced the laces and everything, and yeah, really rough, but they still sold for $89. So that was great.
So crazy.
I know. It's so crazy. This Free People Hot Tropic sweater sold right after I listed it for $30. This Orvis flannel shacket was another one of those items that sold right after I listed it, and it sold for $22 with discounted shipping. This halogen, this one as well, halogen cashmere, 100% cashmere blue sweater. We got it at the bins, and I like thought about it for myself and just decided it wasn't for me. But yeah, it sold for full price, $32 right after I listed it. And this was another quick sale, St. John's Sport red cardigan. It was just like, we showed it in one of our hauls, and Ryan found it at Goodwill for like $10. I listed it for $100, and I maybe could have gotten more if I sat on it for like a year or like 2 years. But I've sold one St. John piece, and it just was not a good sale because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so luxury. And so I priced it up and like waited and like nothing. And so anyway, with this, I did see sales for St. John stuff for like $200. I don't know about this specific style, but I wasn't trying to like wait on this sale. So I priced it at $100. I got an offer for $65. I countered, I forget what I countered at, and they countered to $70. And honestly, that was a good profit for what we wanted. And so I accepted, and I'm happy that that was like a lightning fast sale. This Patagonia hat, also Patagonia is like such a quick seller for us. So of course, you know, this flew out of our closet. It did have a lot of stains, and so we expected to get more when we picked this up, but the stains did not come out of this hat when we cleaned it. And so someone sent me an offer for $12, and I was just like, you know what, you can take it for $12, because they also had to pay for shipping. So I figured like someone is paying, what is that, like 12 plus 8, so like nearly $20 for a stained hat. That's how good Patagonia performs. Like, it's crazy. Moving into Mercari sales, we had 6 Mercari sales this month. Better than last month. I think we might have had one last month or the month before. These Franco Sardo heels sold for $25. This Pendleton vintage red plaid jacket took forever to sell, but it sold for $70. And it had flaws too. We found it at our local thrift shop and showed it in one of our hauls. This Grace leather coat, it's like this vintage 70s leather coat. It did have some flaws. It sold for $45. It took a while to sell too. These Figs scrub bottoms sold really quickly for $27. This Livy Active new with tags shorts sale. Yeah, this sold really quickly for $12. I just was like, it's been a slow sales month. Everything is added up, and there have been some big sales, but yeah, summer's definitely slow. So whenever I get an offer, I'm more likely to accept in the summertime. So yeah, these sold for $12, like the same day actually, I think, that I listed them, and we just got them at the bins. This Dutch Bros Space long sleeve shirt we found at the bins, and it sold for $30 on Mercari, which is great. Moving into eBay sales, these J. Crew chino shorts, they sold for $9. Woo! What did I pay? I think I paid like 50 cents for them, and they took forever to sell, and it wasn't a crazy sale, but at least the cost of goods was like really low. This Metropolitan Museum silk scarf sold for $28.50. Tony Hawk shirt. This was Ryan's old shirt that he got signed by Tony Hawk way back in the day, and that sold for $47.95. It was also super stained, a junior size, like, so that was a great return on something that we just had. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Man on a Buffalo t-shirt that we got.
It's Guy on a Buffalo. Come on.
Oh my gosh, babe, that's the one, I didn't watch it. Anyway, Guy on a Buffalo shirt that Ryan got for me to sell at the bins when we did a challenge, sold for $6 on eBay. And I was so happy for this to sell because it had stains, it was random, like, yeah. So I'm just glad that if we are like counting what sold first in that competition, I totally won. And I earned us $3.27 for our household. Yay. So Ryan can say thank you about that. Okay. This Eileen Fisher cashmere sweater took a long time to sell, but it sold for $58.45. This Dutch Bros coat also took a while to sell. It was Ryan's old coat from Dutch Bros, and it was a Storm Tech coat. It sold for $98.95. That was a great sell. These Hoka One One tennis shoes that Ryan found at the bins and cleaned up. These are the Southern Oregon bins that we found these at. They sold for $40, and they did still have like a lot of wear, so that was really good. It sold really fast too. This Blue and Gray for Loft linen shorts. I picked these up and I was like, I feel like I'm gonna sit on these forever, but they sold really quickly, not for a lot. They sold for $12.15, and those are like a filler item that we added in at the bins recently. This Patagonia blue jacket just sold yesterday for $28 on eBay. And we have a few consignment sales that I will feature. There were some other ones that were just like really small, but these ones sold at our favorite consignment shop in the mall, Consign Couture. They're great. They're located right next to Nordstrom, so great location. They actually have 2 locations. Anyway, so these items sold this month for us there, and we get 40% of these sales. So this was a Vince sweater, light gray, like really soft. Vince does not perform well for me online, so if I have Vince, I usually just take it in there and they sell it pretty well, in my opinion. This sold for $38, and I got $15.20, but that was all passive. This Anthropologie floral long dress by Akemi and Kim sold for $42. I got $16.80. This Ghani black dress sold for $50 right away. And I'm glad I brought it in because it was like, honestly, it was like a really oversaturated style and wasn't selling for much. Ghani is a really good brand typically. It's a luxury brand. So it sold for $50. I got $20. This Louis Vuitton uniforms dress finally sold for $150, and I got $60. So all of those together really added up and were passive. So, and we've got more stuff that they're processing and selling. So yeah, it was a pretty good month altogether. Yeah, we made $1,148 about. And honestly, that's not too bad for the fact that July we had COVID and we were out for 2 weeks. I really didn't work that much at the beginning. I mean, we were wiped out. So yeah, gonna be trying to get that number up higher for this month. But yeah, for not doing hardly anything the first part of this month, not too shabby. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again. And I guess we will roll that outro. Thanks. Bye.
Hey, thanks again for checking out this video.
If you learned something or enjoyed what you saw, please take a second to hit that like button. It really helps us out.
And if you want more nifty thrifties in your life, why not subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon to get notified when we make new videos just like this one.
Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.